Hello, good evening, my people. Bonsoir tout le monde. How are you? As I promised, I said I was gonna try to make a video a week, and that's why I'm here. So today's topic, I want to talk about actual speed visit to Zimbabwe and also in Africa, but mainly Zimbabwe. Sorry. Um, like before actual speed actually go to Zimbabwe or Africa did that too. I didn't even know the guy. I didn't know because he's a gamer. The only thing I know about gaming is through my children because they play all the time. They play games all the time. So they knew who, what's his name? Actual Speed was, but I didn't. But a couple of weeks before he actually landed in Zimbabwe, I found out about what's his name, Superstar Jani account, right? And I just stumbled around across one of his video on Instagram, and I just found it so funny. I was like, who's this guy? He's really funny. And from there I just started following him. I went on TikTok, I follow him on TikTok, I follow him on YouTube. So I just kept watching different of his videos and stuff. And then a couple of weeks later, Asher Speed just turned up in Zimbabwe, and Superstar Jani was his double. He was Asher Speed too, along with the Kenyan guy, and that was so amazing. Like the way he just blended in, and the way he played his part, and the way he was just so humble, and the way he just spoke it about Zimbabwe, especially about Sadza. He loves Sadza. He loves his Sadza and stuff, and. On that note, I just want to say, yes, I don't want to get too much into Asher Speed's tour about Africa, which is an amazing thing. I think he done an amazing thing. My Zimbabwean people, my Zimbabwean country, my beloved Zimbabwe, it showed the good side of Zimbabwe that the media has been lying about for so long. And I don't know if it's just me, but I've noticed, I think I don't know where I can't find that video, but a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, I stumbled across a video that said that Zimbabwe has become the hotspot for tourists. Like everyone want to go visit Zimbabwe. I think it was, pardon me, after those guys from British men from Top Gear that went to Zimbabwe, and they drove inside Zimbabwe countryside and across, and I think it started from there. And I've been reading a lot of positive stuff about Zimbabwe. I mean, from the time I visited in 2024, I saw something. There's something amazing about Zimbabwe, and there's something amazing about the people. And I know people are complaining they're suffering, there's no job, blah blah blah, the usual. But guess what, it's everywhere. And also, if you think about it, any problem that your country has is a business opportunity. So what would you do to solve that problem? Okay, I've been saying that Zimbabwe has a bright future from day one. Since that time, Wademaya went and visited Zimbabwe, and everyone threw stones at him and said, oh, you've been paid by the government, blah blah blah. And then now other people are going, and then now Asher Speed went to Zimbabwe, and people are like, oh, so Wademaya didn't make it up, it was actually real. Of course it was real. And I think people need to start showcasing the positive side of Zimbabwe to attract more tourism, and that's how the economy is going to grow. I think the youth is doing an amazing thing, especially youth from the diaspora coming back and just documenting the great places of Zimbabwe. There's a lot of bloggers that I've been watching that are doing an amazing thing, and that's good to know. You're gonna probably ask yourself, why this girl is so obsessed about Zimbabwe when she's like a Congolese girl. Guess what? I'm not Congolese, just Congolese. I'm African. So don't put a nationality on me. I am African. So I will speak to this like this about any African country, because Africa is my country. Africa is my motherland. Africa is where I belong. Where's my ancestor? Sorry, let me correct myself. Africa is not my country. Africa is my continent. Africa is not a country. So Africa is my continent. I am African, and every African country I go to is home, because that's my ancestor land, that's the motherland. So that's why I wanted to talk to you today. And in another video, I know you've been staring at these are like my lovely keychains. I made like dolls head keychains. I'll talk about that in another video, but today I just wanted to say how I am proud of how Zimbabwe is evolving, yeah. And I am, yeah, happy to see how it's evolving and things are changing and moving, especially thanks to the youth. You know, young people are doing amazing things. Like young people like Superstar Jani, he's so funny, are doing incredible, and it's very beautiful to see. So on that note, I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Au revoir.